Hello everyone, over here is the Jaguar I-Pace, guys. This is the car that supposedly revolutionized Jaguar because this is Jaguar's first ever electric car in the electric car competition, guys. This Jaguar I-Pace is going to see a facelift very soon, guys, but we have to still take a look at this Jaguar I-Pace to see what it's like compared to other electric cars, guys. Now, it is very impressive how Jaguar has gone about the design, guys. So like most electric car competitors, it's all simple, but if you look carefully at this design, this tail right here could be a direct reference to ancient Jaguar models from the 1960s, because Jaguar has always had a sports car theme to them, especially the Jaguar XJ, everyone. Now over here, everyone, are the keys to the Jaguar I-Pace. Let's get down to test driving. The interior of the Jaguar I-Pace has a very similar layout to traditional Jaguar Land Rover vehicles. So it's very similar to what I've seen in the Range Rover Velar and the Range Rover itself. It's quite cool the way they've gone about it. So over here is your climate control and over here is your infotainment system. The concept I'm seeing over here is very similar to what Audi has been doing since the very late 2010s. Since the release of the Audi A8. So this whole screen over here is dedicated to your climate control. This is your start-stop button, guys. There you go. Digital instrument cluster, guys. Now, the thing to note about Jaguar is that they tend to be the least practical out of all the premium manufacturers. They don't really always concentrate on practicality purposes. British premium car manufacturers have always focused on status, guys. Believe me, when cruising down the road in this Jaguar, something about it feels very interesting, and I'm going to tell you all in a moment what I'm on about. But first, let's just admire this interior, the way they've gone about it. So over here, you get this little storage space for your telephone, guys, and some buttons lined up here. Two cup holders here of fixed sizes. Interesting, to say the least. Now, I'm under the impression that they did a brilliant job over here, but when it comes to the door, they didn't really do much, guys. It's all just gray, and there's this piano black trim, which is the same trim you'll see on the other side. And the window buttons, the mirror controls are very, very basic. Oh, finally, storage space for your sunglasses. This is what I needed. Everything is well built, no nonsense, guys. Everything is solid. I like that, guys. Nothing wobbles. Good. Now, the thing about the steering wheel is that it feels very much like the Range Rover. In fact, the stitching on it is very similar to the Range Rover. And if you listen carefully to the indicators, it sounds very similar to the Range Rover as well. I had that same experience, guys. Now, it's really good. I like the way everything feels. Already, there is just one problem I have to remark, though. And I noticed this exact same problem in the Range Rover Sport. The Range Rover was perfect, but the Range Rover Sport had this exact same problem. Okay, the central console is very close to me, all right? I can lean my arm right here. But this area, for some reason, has the food truck effect. So food truck effect is when the door is far away from the driver's seat. So I'm here. Earlier I was driving. I wanted to lean my arm onto the door, but my arm just fell like this. I was like, what? I had to stretch my arm further and then put it here. Now, sitting behind, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm under the impression the steering wheel is a little too big. Now, over here is your transmission, guys. So a very similar concept to Kia and Hyundai. Well, I know Hyundai has developed an obsession with buttons for your transmission. It's a concept that's becoming very popular, guys. Simplicity with electric cars these days. Whenever you engage your Jaguar I-Pace in reverse, there's the sound, guys. It's like a delivery van. Now, I'm not comfortable with that sound, but hey, you all be the judge. One thing I've noticed is that the suspension is really smooth. Similar experience to other premium cars, guys. It's very interesting. I'm going to drive over a speed breaker and I'm going to tell you all what I'm on about. See? Just flawless. It absorbs all the bumps flawlessly, guys. Immaculate. There's going to be a steeper bump ahead and I'm going to drive over it. See, flawless. The maneuverability of this Jaguar I-Pace is also another thing to consider, guys. It's very interesting, very maneuverable in town, and also visibility is great. I can see outside the window very easily because the A-pillar is thin, so it's very easy for me to see what's going on. All right, so it's very interesting, guys. It handles the bumps very well. But then I would tell you all, it actually depends on speed. Do not drive too fast if you are going to expect smooth suspension. So it's a similar case with my experience with the Citroën C5X. And then whenever you accelerate, you hear this engine sound. But be assured, guys, this car is electric. This engine sound is likely artificial. It's great. Oh, acceleration is very good, guys. You have to check this out. So what I'm going to do in a moment is right now I'm going to stop. And then 3, 2, 1. Okay, when it comes to acceleration, it should be noted that this Jaguar I-Pace takes a bit of time. Like, let me try this again. Wait, let me try this again. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay, one thing that should be noted is that this car feels the weight. Now it's time to do an emergency brake. 3, 2, 1. Now the thing about this car is do not do a sudden emergency brake, because if you do that, it will make a lot of noise. A recurring thing I've noticed is that it suffers the same problem as the Range Rover Sport. The Range Rover Sport made tons of minor noises whenever I do anything. If I'd accelerate, it would make minor mechanical noises. If I pushed the brake very intensively, it would make mechanical noises. So it suffers a similar problem as the Range Rover Sport in particular. The big Range Rover is the one to choose if you're looking for something immaculate. Now, another problem I'd like to remark, guys, is that the wing mirrors, the side view mirrors, are very small. The visibility outside is excellent, but side view mirrors, not so great, guys. It's very small. It's like something you'd see on a hatchback of a B segment, guys, like something like a Citroën C3 or a Volkswagen Polo, you know. And the rear view mirror is great, but the rear window is very small for me to look through, guys, because it's got a fastback style, so it's not very easy for me to notice everything that goes on behind me. So another thing I have to note is that, you see, when driving a premium car manufacturer, most of them tend to have consistency. Most of them tend to feel like they're from a particular segment. So whether they're from the sedan segment, whether they're from the SUV segment. But this Jaguar I-Pace has a very conflicting identity in the interior. There's no doubt this is a Jaguar, but I cannot tell if I'm driving a minivan. I cannot tell if I'm driving a SUV. 3, 2, 1, let's do this. Not bad. Can I do a 360-degree turn? Oh my goodness, I think it can. Whoa, that is great. I'm impressed, guys. Humble opinion of this Jaguar I-Pace. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. This Jaguar I-Pace is full of potentials. Interesting, guys, driving it around town and in speed as well. It was good, but it felt a bit sluggish, and it felt like it was always one step behind other competitors. It was always a bit one step behind what others have come up with, guys. So it just didn't really feel all that interesting, but I still remain optimistic. There is room for improvement. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that are on the run. I'll see you all next time.